Explain overloading and overriding with example. Now let me tell you that in Java, there are some basic building paradigm concepts. Polymorphism is also one of them. So polymorphism means many shapes or many roles or many work, many function. So for example, if I have a function add, now this is one function. Now if I make multiple function with the same name add, and in a class I can make the same function, name will be same, only the difference will be the parameters which will be coming inside and also the return type. So this is the overloading. So whenever we will make the object of the class, then that function, that add will be called, which corresponds to the input type and the output type. This is the compile time overloading. Now you see here an example. Now we have a class called sum. We have multiple, actually 4 add functions. So whenever we are making the object, say we are making an object obj1. So whenever it will call the add, now the parameter will be say 2, 3, which will be called? This will be called. Similarly, with multiple inputs corresponding to which the function is matching, that will be called. This is called compile time polymorphism. Let me tell you about C++ and other languages also. We have polymorphism, compile time and runtime. The compile time can be implemented using the function overloading and the operator overloading. So this is an example of function overloading. While in runtime polymorphism, in the C++, we use virtual functions for method overriding. Now coming to overriding. Overriding is runtime. That is the kind of polymorphism where we have the base class and the derived class, and they both have same name function. That is, let me give you an example here. Now this whole class, and please remember in this runtime, the inheritance is important, because without inheritance, this concept we will not be able to discuss, will not be discussing at all. So there has to be some inheritance, and those two classes, base class and the derived class, should have the same function. So which will be called? So we have a dog class here, and we have a function bar. Then we are making a class hound, which is extending that dog class, and here we have a function called sniff. This is a local function, or only to this class it has, but we have bar function also. So this is from the base class, and this same function, exactly same, only the inside will be, I'm talking about the first line, or you can say the signature of the function are same. Now whenever we are making the hound object, and now we are calling the bark function, which is going to be called, this is going to be called, okay, it is going to be called from the hound class. So depending upon which object you are using, that is the base class object, we will call the base class bark. The derived class object will call the derived class bark, and this is the overriding, runtime polymorphism. So in C++ runtime method overriding, this is implemented by the virtual function. So the base class, the function will always be called in C++, so you have to make that function virtual, then the derived class function will be called.